First, let's start with a bit of positive background. Dragon Age Veilguard is an upcoming action RPG by BioWare. For those who aren't familiar with BioWare, is the one who made the Anthem game and the Mass Effect Andromeda, which no one wanted. Now, present day, the OG BioWare people are already left the company. With last two major titles were a big flop for BioWare. This game's supposed to put them back in the map again. I hope so. But clearly it's not going to be financially successful to begin with.
Just you and me now.
The game has lost the core DNA of what Dragon Age series is supposed to be. So the gameplay they showed us was literally in generic MMORPG with Dragon Age IP painted onto them.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
And also, you'll have to accept that the OG BioWare is dead. Now, coming back to the game. Dragon Age is a well-established franchise known for its rich storytelling, deep character customization, and strategic combat mechanics. But Veilguard is taking a slightly different approach, incorporating more action-centric gameplay, which has piqued the interest of gamers who may not have been fans of previous entries. When the first gameplay footage of Dragon Age Veilguard was released, it showed a shift towards a more action-oriented combat system. This was a welcome change for many players, especially those who prefer a more dynamic and fluid combat experience, similar to titles like Kingdoms of Amalur: Reckoning, which is often praised for its action RPG elements. But the little that has been revealed so far is a big no for me. Origins was the best comparison here. The issue is the combat and removal of the Origins skill and stat system to a hack and slash, plus the art style and character models look like shit, in my opinion. When we have games are like Alan Wake 2 and Red Dead Redemption 2 or The Last of Us 1 remake, etc. These are only example of what and how the open world and the characters supposed to look in any games that are coming in 2024 or in 2025. Especially the now. Let's dive into the main point of contention that become a big controversy, the character creation system. I'm not even joking about the surgery scar option in the character customization. This one hits hard on everyone because of the fucking stupid gender-manced characters and woke agenda of the transgender and transphobic people surrounding this controversy. What makes this pretty awkward is you can literally put an scar onto your non-binary transgender character in a fantasy game. It's no secret that the gaming industry has been making strides toward more inclusive representation, and Dragon Age Veilguard has pushed the envelope in this area. The game offers options for players to choose their character's pronouns, he and him, she and her, or they and them, and includes gender identities such as man, woman, and non-binary. This move towards inclusivity aims to provide players with the opportunity to see themselves represented in the game, a significant step for many who have felt underrepresented in video games. However, this aspect has sparked a considerable debate, with some players feeling that it detracts from the fantasy element, while others praise it as a progressive step towards a more inclusive gaming community. One of the most talked about features in the character creation menu is the option to add top surgery scars. For those who may not be familiar, top surgery is a procedure often undergone by transgender and non-binary individuals as part of their gender affirmation journey. Including this feature in a fantasy RPG is indeed a bold move by BioWare, reflecting a desire to create a space where diverse identities can be seen and acknowledged. However, this inclusion has led to polarizing opinions. Some gamers feel it's an unnecessary addition in a fantasy setting, arguing that it imposes modern social issues on a fictional world. Others argue that it's a powerful way to make marginalized communities feel seen and represented in an environment where they can be heroes just like everyone else. So, why is there such a heated debate around this? It boils down to how people view the purpose of fantasy settings. On one hand, fantasy is often seen as an escape from reality, a place where players can immerse themselves in a world without the complexities of modern social issues. From this perspective, features like top surgery scars and pronoun selections may feel out of place or unnecessary. On the other hand, many believe that even fantasy worlds should reflect the diversity of our real world. After all, the core of role playing games is about allowing players to create a character that feels true to themselves. By including options for different gender identities and body types, BioWare is offering players a chance to tell their own stories, even in a fantastical setting. This isn't the first time we've seen inclusivity become a hot topic in gaming. From Cyberpunk 2077, allowing players to customize their gender identity, to the Sims series expanding gender options, it's clear that the industry is evolving. However, this evolution isn't without its challenges, as developers walk a fine line between representation and maintaining the escapism that many players seek. The backlash against Dragon Age Veilguard's character creation system highlights a broader cultural shift. As more people demand inclusive options, there's also a vocal subset of gamers who feel alienated by what they perceive as political correctness invading their hobbies. So, what does this mean for BioWare and the industry as a whole? BioWare has always been known for storytelling that touches on themes of diversity, acceptance, and choice, even in its older titles. However, with Dragon Age Veilguard, they've taken a more overt stance, which will undoubtedly shape how players view their brand going forward. Some players may choose to support this game precisely because of its inclusive features, while others might decide to steer clear. The real test will be whether these design choices translate into commercial success, or if the backlash overshadows what the game has to offer in terms of gameplay, narrative, and world building. In the end, Dragon Age Veilguard has sparked an important conversation about representation, inclusivity, and the role of fantasy in gaming. It serves as a reminder that video games are not just entertainment, but a reflection of the society we live in. Whether you see this as a positive step forward or an unwelcome intrusion into your fantasy worlds, one thing is clear. The gaming industry is changing, and this is just one of many developments on the horizon. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think BioWare made the right decision with these character creation options? Does this kind of inclusivity make you more or less interested in playing Dragon Age Veilguard? Drop your comments down below and let's get a discussion going. If you enjoyed this analysis, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more gaming content, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.